Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Microsoft Ignite. We are here to talk about Microsoft's strategy, investment, and all the automation Microsoft is building towards enabling end-to-end app and data modernization using Microsoft's tool and services, as well as Azure SQL platform. My name is Mukesh Kumar. I'm part of Azure Data SQL Engineering, and my responsibilities are to accelerate, codify, as well as unblock SQL modernization and compete non-SQL data platform modernizations such as mainframe, Oracle, Sybase, etc. With me, I have my colleague Raj. Raj, a quick intro.
Thank you, Mukesh. My name is Raj Pochiraju, Principal Program Manager in Azure SQL Data Group. My team's core responsibility is to develop and product manage data migration tools that really help you to migrate to Azure SQL.
Thank you, Raj. So, given the time we have at hand, we will be focused on three major points. One, we are going to explain what Microsoft's latest and best strategy is towards data migration and modernization in terms of tools, as well as engineering white glove, and how are we scaling the learning. And then we will, our second point where we will focus is how do these investments really align to a typical migration project lifecycle, as well as at a customer or at a SI level, how does this translate into saving the actual cost, right? How these accelerators really can qualify and quantify its impact. And then Raj will be doing an end-to-end demo, demonstrating and also tying it back to all the tool services and investments we would have talked by then into a live end-to-end demo by migrating an application with SQL underlying database to Azure platform. As many of you know, Microsoft's investment towards automation and tools, as well as acceleration for data assets, have been around DMS, which is an Azure service. Then DMA, many of you might already know DEA. DMT is a new tool that actually goes beyond just the data assets and does data access access layer, as well as SQL inline queries assessment into application layer as well. And then Azure Migrate, which is like one-stop shop for to give you an unified experience across multiple tools that you might be using to date. And Raj will talk more about that. And then SSMA, of course, it's a tool very famous in the compete space where if you are migrating from Oracle or mainframe or Sybase, we lean on this tool. And then Microsoft also has been consistently really improvising, the actual white glove that's needed in complex modernization to our customers and SI partners in the form of giving engineering experts and product experts to be part of those valuable digital transformation journey that our customers and SI partners and IFB partners are really enabling, right, for our customers to benefit from our platform. And many of you might have seen already and worked with teams like Fast Track, Data SQL Ninja. There are many other engineering-led customer-facing success team as well that you might have worked with. And just so you know, this is with a realization that as products are necessary, the expertise, not just from product perspective, but someone who has done end-to-end modernizations like what our customers are up to, that goes a long way in collaboration. And then last but not least, all the learnings that we are harvesting from these engagements and these very deeper, complex engagements, we want to scale these through public-facing sites like Microsoft Docs and Database Migration Guide. And I would encourage all of you to actually bookmark this datamigration.microsoft.com. Raj will also talk about appmigration.microsoft.com. So if you are dealing with data assets, you have datamigration.microsoft.com. If you are dealing with app end-to-end and you need Microsoft perspective, you can lean on appmigration.microsoft.com. Next, we want to make sure that in this slide, we want to tie it back, right? All the tools and services that you saw in last slide, how does this really fit into a specific migration lifecycle, right? Like starting from assessment to and especially for data platform, right? So starting from assessment to object and schema migration, how do we handle one-time data migration, and how do we handle data replication and sync, near real-time versus real-time CDC use cases? And you can see the spread of the tool on this screen where like things like DMA playing a very critical role in assessment phase as well as object and schema migration and then one-time data migration. So is DMS in different phases. This should give you an idea of how Microsoft is really evolving its product strategy to give you an unified experience, really bring the tools and automation in different phases and benefit from the cost saving and the accuracy and the engineering lessons learned, right, which are baked into these tools, subsequent releases. You will be benefiting from them. And to do what, right? I mean, most of the time, there is a trend or there is a FUD factor, FUD being fear, uncertainty, and doubt on the customer side that, oh, I have a SQL end of support, but by the way, I have a FUD factor around compatibility. I don't know how my scale and TCO ROI would look like if I embark on a SQL EOS triggered modernization journey, right? And to counter these, you should rely on these tools and IPs that we will be talking in this session and go and put this in perspective. And we are hopeful that together we can win the confidence of the customer. In the next slide, we want to, so what we are doing here is, while we have talked about acceleration, unblocking, and giving you automation, in this slide, what we're trying to attempt is give you a picture of what really this means in terms of saving, right? And we are often asked this question whenever we are going in with our GSI or ISV partners to our customers saying, hey, our automation is going to help you save money. Our automation is going to help you mature your modernization factory and migration factory. Like often questions are asked, okay, quantify what does this mean? So this table literally is an extract of multiple engagements that we are doing with our SI and GSI partners. And then we are aligning it to a typical migration step, and then what the range of effort that we are going to save, right? And many of you come from SI background, you would understand like each phase has its own percentage given to the overall, let's say, build effort or migration effort for an asset, right? And when you can quantify that, hey, from step 1 to 3, things like DMA, DMS is going to accelerate this 5 to 15% of overall SI effort, then we are quantifying together on behalf of our customer, right? And then for the length of envision like the typical migration steps, how exactly Microsoft's free engineering resource and white glove experience is going to help this large modernization, and you can quantify that in terms of percentage overall. That goes a long way with our customer. And we are actively refreshing these metrics as we speak. And if you have any questions around this, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And then next, after this, I'm going to request Raj to take over and go through the details of different tools and services that we have in migration space, and also conclude with a end-to-end demo. Raj, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mukesh. As Mukesh talked about the Microsoft investments into the tools area, let me recap the tools here. Before I go to the tools, on the left side, these are the specific sources that you can really migrate from. And on the right side, we have these targets, Azure SQL targets and Azure data targets in general that you can really migrate your databases using our tools and services. And Mukesh also talked about the various phases in the migration journey, starting from discovery, assessment, and as well as the database migrations. And we kind of listed out some of the tools that you could use as part of your discovery. For example, Azure Migrate service really help you to go and then discover your environment and find out the application dependencies. And when it comes to the SQL Server databases, you can use the tool called Data Migration Assistant tool to really assess the readiness. And in Oracle, if you want to really migrate from heterogeneous sources like Oracle, you can use SSMA. These are the tools really help you to do discovery and assessment. And we also have a tool called Azure Database Migration Service that really help you to migrate your databases with near zero downtime migration. So I'm going to give a deep demo here a little bit, how you can really leverage these tools to migrate your application. So I have an application here which is running in my on-premises data center. The application is Parts Unlimited, which is an online automobile parts ordering system, which is running on a IaaS service. And then the database is being hosted on the SQL Server 2017. So my goal here is to migrate my application to Platform as a Service, App Service, Azure Web App Service. and then at the same time migrate the database to Azure SQL Database Managed Instance. And both are the platform as a services on the Azure. So let's go through that journey actually. So before I go to the journey, I want to introduce the application that which is currently running in the on-premises, which is Parts Unlimited. And then at first, I'm going to be doing a discovery of this application using our service called the Azure Migrate service here. This service is a fully managed service on the Azure, which provides a unified migration experience across your servers and databases. At first, that I'm going to be discovering my servers. For that reason, I'm going to go to the servers tab, and then you really need to pick a specific project that you really want to go to the discovery of these servers to begin with. And then I already discovered some servers here. You see that discovery information here. But otherwise, if you really want to discover, there are few steps that are given here, which you can really download the appliance and then configure that appliance will go and then discover your on-premises assets. So simply go to the discovered servers here, and these are the servers that are being discovered. And then the next step is that you really want to create an assessment. And once you create an assessment, the assessment results are going to look like this for you. So for each of those assessments, you will see how many of those servers are ready to go to Azure to begin with, and then how much it is going to cost in terms of compute and as well as the storage. So that's how you really perform an assessment and discovery of your assets to migrate. Now I know that these servers are ready to migrate to Azure. My next step is that I want to really migrate my databases. At first, I'm going to assess my databases, how ready those databases migrating to Azure SQL, and then I'm going to do the actual migration. So to do the assessment, Mukesh talked about the DMA tool. You can simply get this tool in aka.ms get DMA link, and then you install that DMA in your on-premises environment, a desktop tool, and then that can be used for doing the assessments. As you see, which I already performed an assessment to save the time, it has two reports that it has provided to me. One is the SQL server feature parity, and the other one is compatibility issues. SQL feature parity is typically looks at your instance level features and see how those instance level features are supported. Example is SQL Server agent jobs, linked servers. We will really point you whether those features are supported. If not supported, what is going to be the mitigation that you need to take. Right. So for this specific server that is hosting my Parts Unlimited database has got one feature parity issue pertaining to a database called DB multiple log files, which has multiple log files which cannot be migrated to managed instance. But again, my database is Parts Unlimited DB, and I'm not much worried about this specific database for now. So I'm going to move on to the compatibility issues here. Some of those databases really shows that there are no compatibility issues to begin with, but some they have compatibility issues. So for example, if you look at HR, it reports there are some objects that are going to break after you do the migration is because there are some objects that might be using some kind of a legacy syntax. So you really need to want to come up with a mitigation plan for some of those objects once you do the migration, right? So we also provide your mitigation recommendations as well here, how to fix them. But if you really examine Parts Unlimited DB, then it doesn't have any blockers or any compatibility issues to begin with. So my database is ready to go. So this is a way that you can really use DMA tool to really assess the readiness of your databases. But imagine that if you have hundreds of the DBs and you really want to find out how ready those databases, then what you can do is you can simply assess as many as number of databases as you want using the DMA tool. But at the same time, you can also upload those results to our Azure Migrate service that I showed you in the beginning, so that it will really give you a consolidated report. So that also you can really assess these databases in parallel, and then you can upload those results to the Azure Migrate. As long as you can upload to the same project, it will give you a consolidated result. So let's examine how those results are going to look like. Now I'm going to go back to my Azure Migrate, which I already uploaded the results. So I'm going to go to the databases section here. I'm going to pick a specific project that I really uploaded them. So I'm going to pick the DB migration project here. And it tells me that there are 4 SQL instances that I assessed, and then how many databases and how many databases are ready to go to PaaS, and how many databases are ready to go to the VM, right? Then I can go further deep into a specific instance that I really care about. In this case, it is SQL Server 2017 instance, which is only ready for 87%. And I want to really understand why it is only 87%. And it tells me there is one database, DB multiple logs is the one that we talked about. is not fully ready to manage instance because of a blocker, but otherwise all other databases are ready, and hence it is only 87% ready. So let's summarize again. So we did the Azure migrate discovery, find out the servers are ready to migrate to Azure, and then we looked into the DMA. We uploaded the DMA results to Azure Migrate, and we know that this database is ready to migrate to Azure SQL Database Management Instance. The next step is I really want to find out the specific SKU that I can really migrate, which can really meet my performance requirements and high availability requirements that my application really needs it, right? For that reason, you need to really come back to the DMA to do the SKU assessment. So there is a link called aka.ms DMA SQL DB105, which you can use, that really gives you a step-by-step guidance in terms of these queues. It has two steps. At first, you need to really run this PowerShell script SKU recommendations data collection.ps1, which you get from the install folder of the DMA. You run it, and then you get that output back to the DMA, and DMA produces an output like this. It really tells you that you really need a general purpose of the 16 vCore managed instance to meet your performance needs of your application, so that your post-migration experience is meet your performance needs there. So now the next step is I really want to create my managed instance based on the recommendations that the DMA is provided to me. So for doing that, you can really input the subscription ID, instance name, VNet name, and all this information. And then you can simply click on generate provisioning script here. That will really give you a PowerShell script that you can really use to provision your managed instance. So I'm going to open that PowerShell script here, which comes up as an editor here. So it's a simple script that you can really run against your Azure environment. Then it will really provision a managed instance for you. So I really used this script to do that. Now I got my managed instance, which is 16 vCore that I already provisioned private buddy.-mi. This is the instance that I'm going to be migrating my database. Now, how do I migrate? So that is the place where you're going to be leveraging the Azure Database Migration Service to do the actual migration. And Azure Database Migration Service is a fully managed service on the Azure that really help you to migrate your on-premises databases with near zero downtime migration. And as part of that, there are three different steps actually. At first, you really need to create the Azure Database Migration Service, and then you establish a database migration project between your source and as well as the target, so that the continuous migration will happen. And when you're ready to do the actual migration cutover, that is the time that you go and then do the migration cutover in the DMS service. So you come to the Azure portal here. Creating a service is a very simple step here. You just click on the Azure Migration Service here, and then you click on the Add button here. It has very simple steps actually. You need to really provide a subscription where you want to create your service, and then select a specific resource group, and then pick a specific size that you want to create as a DMS service. So let me quickly go to, it has standard and as a premium. For doing online migrations to minimize the downtime, you need to pick a premium tier, which is free for the first 6 months of the service creation. So pretty much the DMS service is free in both tiers actually. You apply that. And then in the next step, you would be picking up the region where you want to really create your service as well here. And then in the next step, you're going to pick a specific VNet that has access to both your source environment and as well as the target environment. And typically, that can be done through the site-to-site connectivity, either Express Route or VPN. You pick that one and then you just go and then create it. And all this experience will only take 8 to 10 minutes to create the service. So what I did instead is I'm going to be using the existing service that I already created here, which is Rajpur Demo 2. And I already established a project here for us. And then this project is currently running. And if you look at the specific database, as part of the database migration, we use the backup file. So we use full backup and as well as the log backups to do these migrations. And then we already uploaded the full backup and then already uploaded a few log backups to do the continuous sync. And now this specific migration project is ready to do the cutover. Before you do the cutover, you need to make sure that you stop all the incoming traffic that is coming into your sources and make sure that you migrate your application as well. For migrating your application, we have a program called appmigration.microsoft.com. that you can really use to migrate. And it also has two steps, right? One is the assess and the other one is migrate. So for example, if you give the name of the website that you are going to be migrating here, it will go and then assess your application here. So it will really find out which frameworks that are being used, which hosting models that are being used, which web servers are that are being used, whether they are ready to migrate or not. So it's a beautiful assessment that really tells you whether this application is ready to migrate to Azure Web App Service or not. So it looks like everything is ready here. The next step is start migration. So for that reason, you just need to download the migration assistant tool for doing that migration here. And then I already downloaded here, and then I launched it. When I launch it, I see that it already detected my application here, Parts Unlimited. I choose that, and then it just doing the final checks just to make sure that everything is fine for you and I don't have any issues. There is a warning that I can really work on after the migration is done. And in the next step, you just need to provide a subscription where you want to migrate this application, provide the resource group, and as well as the rest of the other information here. The one step is that because I'm using the database migration service to migrate the database, I'm going to skip the database setup here because I already taken care of the database actually. So you provide all that information. You just click on the migrate. This migrate will activate once you give that information. But otherwise, it's pretty simple step actually to do the migrations actually, right? So I kind of migrated the application already, and then I'm going to go to that application here that I already uploaded here that I'm going to show you. And this is the application that I already migrated for us. The next step is that I need to change the connection string to make sure that that I really pinpoint the database that I want to point it to the new application. So before I do that, I need to really call out a migration cutover here. So I'm going to go back to my DMS service here. At this point, I'm ready to do the cutover. The only thing you need to do is you need to bring the final log backup. So you just provide us the final log backup that we can use, and then you can just hit a start cutover button here, and then you confirm that and you just apply. Once that is done, your migration cutover is done. So I used another database to do the cutover for the sake of the time. So I'm also going to change. Now I'm coming back to my application here to change the connection string. So I'm going to quickly click edit button there and then go to that application. And then there will be a config file that will be allowed to you, the web config file here, that you simply change your connection string, which I already did actually. As you see, I changed it to the new application here, new managed instance here from the old SQL server that I was running in the on-prem. So everything is ready. Now I'm going back to my application here. I'm simply going to launch my application here to see if it is going to up and running on the Azure. So I'm going to click on that. Boom. My application is up and running on the Azure. So both the application is migrated to Azure Web App Services, which is a Azure PaaS service. And then I also migrated my database to managed instance, which is also a PaaS service. So my whole Parts Unlimited application is just simply running on Azure right now after the migration is done. So with that, I'm going to be concluding my demo. I wanted to make sure that how easy it is to really migrate your existing .NET applications and Java applications migrating to Azure, right? So with that, let me go back to my deck here that I'm going to simply introduce you some of the roadmap items that we have. So if you look at the FY20 H1, the major investment that we made and delivered is about the DMS hybrid, which really helps the Azure Database Migration Service in a hybrid mode, really help you to do the migrations when you do not have a site-to-site connectivity between on-premises environment and as the Azure. So you can simply download the DMS worker role into your on-premises environment, and that will really help you to do the migrations. And then in the going forward, in the H2, we are making a huge investment into bringing the online migration experience for the Azure SQL VMs. And then we are going to be integrating fully the whole assessment, discovery, and as well as the migration experience into Azure Migrate to provide a seamless end-to-end migration experience in a single service. We call that as a one migrate Azure Migrate service. And then we are also planning to simplify the database migration so that we really want to bring the migration experience to tools like the Azure ADS, Data Studio, Azure Data Studio, and as well as the SQL Server Management Studio, so that you can really launch the migrations from those tools that are very familiar tools that customers use, so you can simply able to perform the migrations from there. So those are the major items that we are going to be investing in next few months. And then to conclude our session, basically, we provided the various links that aka.ms, simple links that you can really understand to learn more about the tools, the processes, and as well as the services that we really built over a period of time, so that you can really leverage them to migrate your on-premises assets to the Azure. With that, we are going to be concluding. Thank you so much for your time, and then hope to see you in the next conference again.
Thank you, Raj. Please, I hope this was helpful, and please feel free to reach out to us if you have any feedback or questions. Our email address is on the title slide. And with that, thank you so much for your time.